A Russian fighter jet flying dangerously close to U.S. Navy aircraft over the Black Sea this week, and it came just a day before Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov met with President Trump and with the Secretary of State in Washington.
I welcome Foreign Minister Lavrov to the State Department and express my appreciation for him making the trip to Washington so that we could continue our dialogue and our exchange of views that began in Moscow with the dialogue he hosted on a very broad range of topics.
Lucas Tomlinson is live at the Pentagon with more. Lucas, when we say dangerously close, how close are we talking about?
Well, Jenna, that Russian fighter jet came as close as 20 feet from the U.S. Navy reconnaissance aircraft in the Black Sea on Tuesday. But just moments ago, Fox News has learned that Russian fighter jet was armed with 6 surface-to-air missiles under its wings. Officials tell me the incident lasted about an hour and occurred in international airspace in the northern portion of the Black Sea, not far from Crimea, which the Russians annexed from Ukraine in 2014. Now, since that time, the U.S. military has stepped up its reconnaissance flights in the region and sent more warships to the Black Sea. In February, Russian fighter jets buzzed a U.S. Navy destroyer in the Black Sea as dozens of U.S. Army tanks and hundreds of American soldiers deployed to Romania, not far away, for a training exercise. And Jenna, it's noteworthy that U.S. Navy destroyer that was buzzed by the Russians in February, USS Porter, launched some of those cruise missiles into Syria last month.
Wow, 20 feet is close. An hour is a long time. Missiles on that jet, knowing that the jet was armed, that's also significant. What's the reaction from the Pentagon?
Well, just with this breaking news, officials are clearly more alarmed now. Anytime you have missiles under the wing of an adversary, what they call dirty, there's a lot of cause for concern, and it follows a number of recent provocations in the region. These officials are now said anytime you have two Russian and American jets flying hundreds of miles an hour, just 20 feet apart, it has the potential to become dangerous in a hurry. And this latest Russian provocation comes just a week after a pair of Russian Bear bombers and fighter jets flew off the coast of Alaska, and these flights are becoming more and more routine of late. And Jenna, you mentioned this incident came the day before the Russian foreign minister arrived in Washington. And one more thing, the incident occurred just a day before Defense Secretary Jim Mattis traveled to Lithuania on Russia's doorsteps to reassure anxious NATO allies.
Timing is everything. We say it again and again, but indeed it is. Lucas, thank you. Breaking news. Appreciate it.